switching internet providers. I've mentioned it before, and apparently they told me, right, as soon as the other modem is activated, we'll start the process of deactivating the other internet. But that, you know, is going to take about a month, so there won't be an overlapping... there's going to be a little bit of an overlap in period where I have 2 internets. And apparently that wasn't the case. That was yesterday when we installed that thing, and now it is today, and, well, I suddenly had no internet, so I had to dash off, get a longer internet cable, get one connected bit, get everything connected so it could be set up to the next modem, which is... Oh my god. Alright, well, anyway. We did it! We did it. It's working. New... whatchamacallit, glass fiber, is that the word in English as well? Glass fiber internet, baby. We're in the future now, as we are watching these guys kind of do battle in the future as well, with Jetpack Man and floaty probies. Teleportation boy. Teleportation boy shouldn't teleport right now. Ooh, that could be a little bit of trouble. There is a shield battery on the way here, so that Reaper only gets 1. Hard to imagine any more probes going down there. The Adept actually just fully committing for nice towards the other side of the map. Doesn't seem to be too bothered with the Reaper in his home base. He's gonna have himself another gateway unit pretty soon. There it is right now, available in the natural base. SCV does complete the command center, which is pretty nice. The Reaper right there. Catching himself another probe, so not bad. Trading a couple of low tier units there as well. Okay, okay. Things going all right for both players so far. Little Hellion taking quite a beating from those Adepts. That's going to be a lot more difficult now to run in and get a proper scout going. Because I don't believe that Byun, yeah, he has no idea about the Stargate just quite yet. So it would be a nice thing for him to figure out. Going after the probe right now as well. And then the other side, the Adepts are back at it once more. Very aggressive here, bringing even the Oracle in. As, well, we do have a Viking. That is definitely going to be a big boon. The Hellion's still killing things. He already managed to get a grand total of 4 probes right now. Oracle does put an end to it. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. With him being a bit on the 1 base economy here, you know, getting scrambled up in his own base. I think those 4 probe kills on the other side of the map really does help him out quite a bit here to have this game be as stable a platform for him as possible. Regardless of him not mining off his natural base. Just gotta be careful though. Lots of harassment opportunities here available. I don't know if he wanted him to go in there with the Adepts or not, but Adepts decided not to. Oh, Oracle's in a bit of trouble. Might actually be... No. There should be dead space here, right? I don't know the map that well, but there should be dead space in places like this. It's gonna return back with the Viking and the Cyclone. No need to endlessly try to catch those things right there. Oracles will be coming back after all. That's what they do. They're like, you know, a criminal always returning to the scene of the crime. Just can't help themselves. Look at this. Look at this. Already sneaking, trying to find another way in. Oh, I hope the police doesn't see me. Well, it's quite a squadron there. Couple more gateways. Continuing the Phoenix production here. Very interesting. We're not seeing a lot of aggression, harassment type of stuff coming out of Byun for the time being. Outside of the one Reaper and the Hellion, but I don't think we can really qualify as, you know, heavy harassment in any sense of the word. It's a little fun tickle, in a way, right? Just kind of scouting, seeing what's up, and managing to get, well, how many was it? 6 probes with it in total, so impressive. impressive for sure. Still more and more Phoenix coming out of this Stargate. Wondering how that will go eventually with the 2-base push coming in from Byun. Phoenix always a bit of a tool that I tend to, how do you call this, undervalue in these situations. Because they feel so flimsy, right? With the right amount of Marines underneath them, all the Marines just get to shoot them instantly because the Phoenix fly over the Marines. So it's a lot more damage than you would normally see on other units that try to stay at a bit of a distance, right? Where Marines have to run into them before they all can shoot. The Phoenix die a lot quicker in that sense. But if there's not that an enormous amount of Marines just quite, the Phoenix actually have a fair bit of HP. And I'll be able to do alright in those situations. Nice's secret gateway plans do get spotted and foiled for the time being. The Phoenix decides, as that is being destroyed, that he's gonna get himself some more trouble in the Terran base. That's a good catch right there. 2 Widow Mines, a couple of SCVs, not too shabby. Another little clairvoyance revelation on top of the Terran army. How do you call those people again? A soothsayer? The soothsayer of the Protoss is the Oracle, truly. He's still making more Phoenix. We're already at 6. And yeah, going up to 7 now. Adding in the High Templar as well. Not going along the Colossi route, which is what you see quite often in these types of cases. To be fair, Nice is one of these players that really went hard on the gateway style even before it kind of started gaining popularity among the other Protoss players. Nice really did make it work for himself quite often. So these massive balls of Zealots just going heavy gateway numbers. Definitely not something that Nice is unfamiliar with. Might be one of the more heavily practiced Protoss amongst this style actually. But will he make it work? Bit of an awkward position with all, well, half of your Zealots in the orange. That is -3 armor, if I'm not mistaken. I did look that up in like 2 streams ago, but you know, numbers. Numbers are hard to remember sometimes. Oh, finds both those Widow Mines hidden behind. Oh wait, never mind. There were 3 of them, weren't there? Even one more. And I originally had anticipated. Okay, so this game is actually kind of slowly developing into quite an interesting one, because Byun never went for any type of 2-base push, which I thought very confident he would do. But he's just not. And now he's in a defensive position, right? He's just bulking up, beefing up, and meanwhile the army of Nice is starting to get a bit maxed, and it's going to be maxed on pretty much Zealot Phoenix. Now, Zealot Phoenix can be pretty good, but I don't think it's going to be that great overall. Once the Marine Marauder Ball has grown to a certain size, right, it just becomes so incredibly cost efficient, or for the bio units here, as we are seeing right now. Let's take a look at the units lost tab. Actually not as far apart as I imagined it could have been. But those Zealots truly didn't manage to scratch the surface of the HP pool here available. So, well, let's hope for Nice that he will be able to scramble up enough forces here. He's got himself 1 single Archon. But it is quite terrifying, especially with the EMP around. I don't think we have any other EMPs remaining. This is potentially actually enough Protoss for the time being. I love the Phoenix slightly picking up whatever they can. Whatever Ghost or Marauder is a little bit further to the fray. He holds this off fairly reasonably well. I don't think he manages to do a counter-attack here, though. That is a bit too much to ask for in this situation. he did push Byun back, but looking at the overall numbers once again that were lost, it does appear that Nice's army is just not able to fully trade effectively with the army of Byun. And since Byun never really stuck around on 2 base for as long as I thought he would, he's kind of okay with this situation right here. You know, it would have been a whole different case if Nice had 2 more bases over his opponent, but that's just not the matter. If he had slain a attempt or to kill a Nexus or something like that, right? Nipped it in the butt with a good bunch of Zealots right there. It works out amazing, but instead the beefing up of Byun just kind of getting himself stronger and stronger, really putting a bit of trouble underneath Nice his plans. Counter-attack Zealots with the War Prism are taking place in the Terran main base, but I think this is where the true story still lies. These bio units, a very difficult thing for him to clean up right now. These Zealots, with the infrastructure available and the amount of bio that is still available as well. Actually, those 2 Colossi are doing well also. Never mind, they're dead now. Did not have extended thermal lance. Oh, no, he didn't. Yeah, that is a problem. There you have it. GG is called. Byun takes game number 1. Okay. Map pick by Nice. It is Moon Dance in the bottom right side. There he is from Good Game Gaming. Mr. Nice. It feels kind of bright over here, doesn't it? Look at how bright those probes are. Top left side, a red Terran player fighting for the rebellion of the Shopifyers. It is Byun. The rebel with a shopping cause. He will bring the coupons until he has nothing to pay for anymore. I kind of like the style that we saw from Nice. I thought it was pretty cool to see. And I think it would have worked pretty good as well if Byun actually went for a attack on the 2 base, right? Didn't just sit back and go himself a 3rd base. Either that or Nice. I feel like maybe, right? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a god at this game like these players are, but if you recognize that your opponent is not doing the 2 base attack, you might be able to get away with making less of those Zealots, getting into a quicker transition into a different type of tech, right? Getting the High Templar out a little bit sooner. Maybe the Colossi, right? That's a very common follow-up to the Phoenix. Definitely helps out quite a bit. Definitely didn't help Nice that the Ghosts were already available for Byun here. And, yeah. This kind of whittled away the Zealot Archon army very efficiently at that point in time. One of the worst feelings. We should take a larger look at this map overall. It looks pretty big. It looks like a bigger map. Especially with like a little pocket base right here behind you. It doesn't have that many minerals, it looks like, or gas, but there is a base there. Just to start getting a bit of extra dough in your pocket. Or you could try to, you know, take a base a bit further outwards where you do have all those mineral fields and the gas geysers. So it's a map that provides a nice little quandary to ponder over. I doubt people will ever take it as their first base. Seeing how the natural base is fairly well protectable as well. Wonder if some Zergs would take that base rather than the natural base if they ever get pro-blocked at the natural. If you're going for a third base pretty quickly anyway, you're not going to be in too much trouble with having that this base right here, right? Because you're probably not going to... Well, you're going to be able to manage the oversaturation on that base fairly well. Just send some more stuff to your third base. Doesn't get that. Only the Adept has fallen so far. Once again, a very familiar taste to the game style of Nice here. Wouldn't be too surprised if we're going to get ourselves some more Phoenix as well as more gateways. Oh no, we do have the Robo facility. Hold your horses. No Phoenix production either. Maybe trying to make a slight adjustment overall according to the previous game. It's like, alright, well, if you're not going to attack me, there's no need for me to worry about that big ball of zealots. Because he even tried to be across the map with them, right? It was a weird situation where he put a lot of money and resources into it, and he's like, you know, I need to get something done with this. We're just taking up a bunch of supply right now. After having taken up a lot of money. So yeah, there it is, the robotics base straight afterwards. Assuming it will be for Colossi, could be for Disruptors as well. Oh, interesting. Did not kill that Marine. Okay, there we go. A little too quick with the flourish. Oracles kind of feel like people wielding nunchucks now and again, right? Where it's like the way they move in a bit of a rotating fashion. Zebedee Zap. 3 SCVs. Okay. Nice observer placements here as well. Does Byun see that? It's a difficult one above all those shrubbery. Not the cleanest place. Still 2 shield batteries here for Nice. Has taken this further back base. Might have to take a quicker 4th base because of it, though. Well, then Nice kind of likes taking those quick bases against Terran, doesn't he? Does have the push of Byun coming in now. This time around, Byun does try to make something happen off of the 2 base. He's reading into the situations fairly well. But it looks like Nice has got himself a fairly reasonable setup to defend here also. Just needs his units together, helping each other out. Good swipe from the Colossus there, but... Can he make it? Status wards in the main base. Could be big. Effects over here. Scramping around the edges still. Army supplies pretty tight together. So it is about positioning here. Can Byun get himself in a place where Nice didn't really expect him? And the answer seems to be quite yes. For the time being, 7 probes get shot down and the main base entrance here. Ooh, where the mines are there? Okay, doesn't lose the Colossus. Loses 7 probes though in his 3rd base. Now in the main base with a cannon and a shield battery there. Should be fine. Oh, the Colossi are exposed. Losing track of them there a little bit. A 3rd one does pop out just in the nick of time with the gateway forces coming back off the main base as well. Now he is set up with only 51 workers. Byun on the 3 base also. Hopefully for Nice, Byun is not going to be not going to be comfortable with this base being a little bit less than what you're used to. How much less is it really? 3, 6. You got 6 crystals here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 8. 8. Yeah, that is 4 SCVs less mining, isn't it? Something about that. It does nice have a good opportunity here to really take this fight. I'm not entirely convinced. With the SCVs here ready to be pulled as well, Byun wouldn't be too uncomfortable for him to lose a couple of them. He'll be alright in the long term. But our blue Protoss actually setting up shop here quite heavily, starting to make 2 shield batteries overall. Now starting to swipe away with the Colossi, trying to force out a response from the Terran. Loses his observer now because of it. Byun, how many units does he have? The 1 siege tank, the 3 Vikings. And it needs those to start poking away at these long-ranged units as well. He's got to retaliate a little bit. Now he's just losing supply depots, and he's going to get supply blocked momentarily. Luckily for him, a lot of stuff is still building, but he's only building 1 supply depot as well, so he's going to have to throw down some extra supply. Alright, engagements. Oh, was that a little bit too quick from Nice? It may have been. Of course, he can't see the overall statistics, but if he waits a little bit longer for 1 or 2 more warpins, as Byun is supply blocked, he might be able to get the upper hand here. Another supply depot burns down. Byun in trouble. Don't lose the Colossi though. That is rough. Even building Nexus here for shield battery overcharge. Will it be enough? I don't think so. I don't think so. That army supply of Byun is skyrocketing right now. Nice, getting a couple of good swipes with the Colossi, to be fair, but the shield batteries are empty. Well, the gateway forces there no longer around. And a small batch of Marauders. We all know they are experts at killing Colossi. And Byun gets himself out of that tangled up situation. Escapes his Crimson Fortress of Solitude. That's a fair bit of army to spare. 70 army supply versus about 30 of Nice, which most of that is going to be within those Phoenix. Pretty much all of that is in Phoenix, and well, yeah, this is terrifying. This is absolutely terrifying. We may have ourselves a 2-0 coming in here momentarily. Let's take a gander. Yep. Yep, that is not looking very good. Very comfortable saying that this is going to be the final push here. Just more and more units spraying their way across the map, coming along. Look at all those ghosts, fantastic stuff. Byun takes the second game as well, very, very convincingly. Now 2 points behind the blue Protoss. From Good Game Gaming, will he be able to start making a comeback happen here? This is a crucial turning point. Either he's going to be behind 1 game, or he's going to be behind 3 games. And those 2 are quite the stark difference indeed. So if you want to see some Protoss units burning up some Terran, then this is your chance to cheer for him. It is nice. Top left side, the red Terran from Shopify Rebellion. It is going to be Byun. The man on the warpath right now. Seemingly taking all the right choices every time, no matter what his opponent's doing. It feels like he is just making some quick adjustments and deciding, do I want it to be across the map now, yes or no? Let's check these checkboxes, and then he just follows them quite well indeed. He finds himself lovely victories here. Alright, yeah, Data C, Cynical. It was Data C, the first map. Second map was Moon Dance. A Moon Dance. It's a wonderful night for a moon dance. Okay. Kind of the pressure on Nice at the moment, isn't it? Has to figure out a bit better how to keep his intentions hidden, or be a bit more aware of the intentions of Byun. Be ready for the attack coming in with the Zealots, or just get yourself that quick attack if Byun decides not to attack you, right? Is it Byun raiding into his opponent perfectly? Is it Byun just kind of getting a little bit lucky with his choices as opposed to the ones of Nice? It's hard to say. I feel like Byun is making good choices here, though. Alright, very similar to game number 1. Incredibly similar to game number 1. Eerily so. Stargate, Oracle, yep. Cyclone coming out. Reaper still alive. He made a Hellion though the first time. In the first game. I remember that. Ooh, gets another probe. Sneaky little bugger. 3 probes already with that Reaper. That is starting to become quite the hassle. Probably shouldn't happen, guys. Probably shouldn't be happening. He's got himself 3 Adepts right now as well, so I mean, if more probes go down, that well, there's one over here that he could try to get. Not too far distance. Oracle gets negated from doing anything. The Cyclone was there. It's a final little attempt there from the Reaper. Seeing what he can. And the Size Shield battery. Keeping all the probes safe. Now, my question is, are we still going to be seeing Phoenix right now? We are seeing, again, the commitment to the Robo. Single Robo here. Which could mean that Byun has an opportunity to do something aggressive. Perhaps. Oh, gets an Oracle there. I can't believe that. Feels like you... Oh, man. There must have been some way that Oracle could have flown, right? So it wouldn't have... Because he did go a long way stretch across here, rather than the shorter distance for the Cyclone here. Oh. He's got some courage on him. That we cannot deny. But Byun, he's got himself some brains as well. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Another Oracle out of the sky. What a lad. Knows about the stasis. Just on top of everything here. 44 army supply. The 3 Nexus are running and are operational, but of course it's going to be a little bit before Nice really reaps the benefits of those investments. Sure, he's got more income advantage right now, but the extra money you spend on all of this means that your army is lacking in about 20-ish supply now as opposed to your opponents. Which can be quite the bit. It can be quite a bit of trouble. See, through the destructible debris we go. So far unscouted. Now the Oracle and Phoenix do catch wind of this. Is it going to be in time? 1 Colossi available. Shooting down the gateway units first, even with a bit of a awkward position there for the Marines. It's still more than enough. GG is called 3-0. Alright. Looking for what Nice has in store. Wasn't anticipating him just kind of running in here with the probe and trying to be a nuisance. I guess this is signifying that he's getting a little bit tired with Byun just doing exactly what he needs to against his own build orders. Because that is kind of what it felt like, right? These 3 games so far, it just felt like Byun had the build order to beat whatever Nice was doing. And to be fair, especially game number 1 kind of felt in a way of where Byun has like a set of possibilities, and then he's just kind of looking at things like the hell or the zealot numbers, that type of thing, right? And then he starts making those choices. If there's a lot of zealots and stuff, it seems like he's playing a little bit more defensively, tries to get a 3rd base, get ghosts. Very important for him to get those ghosts apparently right now as well, as quickly as possible. As we're seeing, and then just trying to beat that army as efficiently as possible. That zealot big ball of running towards you kind of army. Quite often that will translate into Archons being incorporated as well. And that could mean that those EMPs are going to be even more devastating, of course. Little probe. We're gonna get another great run of success here with the first Reaper. Camouflaging himself with the red on the map. That's a lot of blood on this. If this is blood, that is a lot of blood. That is more than just one goat they sacrificed. That is a hell of a lot more. Good golly. I just say it's like red rock, right? Because all these gems here are red as well. It's probably just rock. It's not blood. Don't be silly. Command center up in the main base. Excuse me. So he didn't lose the SCV this time. Which is nice. That's a bit of a flight path to take with the orbital now, but that's fine. Losing the Reaper as well. Kind of the time to make that happen, though, to be fair. Only getting the 2 probes, which is, you know, still not the best for Nice, but it's acceptable. I'd say 3 probes is just too much to lose. To 1 Reaper in the start, right? That is just too much. You can trace back a lot of the stuff that went wrong back to the initial 3 probes being lost that early on. Anything that accumulates accumulates later from that point on is going to be a thing. Some Ewoks there, apparently. Always fun seeing the Ewoks. Getting a bit distracted by them sometimes, though. Oracle barely surviving. Are there more over here? Yes, there are. Nice. Gives us something to look at. Well, nothing too much else is happening, right? Coming out with the Forge, Blink upgrade, about to be ready as well. As Nice is starting to head towards the base of Byun. Byun looking fairly ready for this, though, to be fair. Especially just seeing the Stalker numbers here, the Adept already getting shot down as well, so giving an indication of what is coming ahead towards him for Byun, and also kind of lightening the load. Sending a little Cyclone off into no man's land on a mission. He looks very excited about something. I don't know what this Cyclone is looking at, but He's gonna find some probes. 2, 3. This is good damage, man. 5. 1 cyclone harassment. I don't see this that often, but man, look at this damage. This is good stuff. Probably burst through a shield battery too, right? If you just look onto a probe. There we go. Oh, does it? Okay, it doesn't. Of course it does. Who am I joking? How could it? That's how little single cyclone harassment I see. So we're gonna transition the single cyclone harassment into the single raven harassment. We're gonna get a single unit lost from every type on the boards here. Charge upgrade about to be ready. 3 more gateways coming in, and this seems to be an alright thing for Nice, as long as Byun does commit to this attack, which looks like might be happening. Auto turrets trying to do some more harassment here. I think Byun, is this the right call to make? His army supply is looking ever so mighty, but we do have those gateways just finished up here. Charge is ready also. The +1 attack for the Terran is about to be ready too, and yeah, there you go. You see, Byun again, he's like, okay, so you're going for the Zealot army? Let me just back up. We're going back, we got that 3rd base. Let's prioritize on that. And start working our way to Ghosts. Not likely that we'll see Byun making a move across the map with his entire army as a death ball until we have Ghosts. Even split up into 2, I really wouldn't anticipate here. Very scary thing to do. Even with the medevacs boosting away, Blinkstalker's quite capable of catching those flying support vessels. But actually, well, Byun proving me wrong. He's starting to head out here. Ghost Academy is on the way, but he will try to make some headway in this theater. 3rd base. It's a full flank coming in from the Zealots in the back side, so the siege tanks quite quickly are dealt with. Now it's just Bio remaining, does get into the medevacs to retreat right there as well. Leaving a couple of boys behind, but not the greatest attempt there for Byun. Definitely losing a bit of value. High-tech units. That ever so important splash damage up until you get the Ghosts. Siege tanks and Widowmines, the more common tool that we used to see against the Zealot armies, and now Terrans are kind of figuring out, what if we just get that EMP very quickly? The Marines are more than capable of dishing out the DPS we need to kill whatever is remaining of those Zealots. Oh my. Even more aggression coming out of Byun. He's feeling comfortable. He's feeling fine in this one. He is continuing to push into a shield battery overcharge here with a force field there as well, trying to hold him backwards. The Ghosts are now appearing for him as well. Might be able to pull off a couple of EMPs here. Zealots from the backside do not matter. GG is called. Yes, nice. Just not his day. Not his day at all. Byun takes a 4-0 victory. Quite convincing.